Everyone, good morning. Myself Sujata Netram Verma from Kolaba Municipal Secondary School. Welcome to all in online classes. Today we are continuing our chapter number 5, that is coordinate geometry. Okay. In previous lecture, we learned how to find the distance between two points by using distance formula. We already discussed that this chapter is totally based on formula. So first we learn first formula, that is the distance formula. Distance of any two points is equal to under root in bracket x2 minus x1 square plus another bracket y2 minus y1 square. Okay. Now by using this formula we solve few questions and we also attempt practice set 5.1. But still some few questions remains, that is question number 7 and question number 8 questions from your practice set 5.1, and then we discuss the another topic. We will move on the next topic, that is the section formula and midpoint formula. Okay, so let's start today's session. And one more thing, after the explanation I will give you some time to take a screenshot. So please student, you must take a screenshot of the solution after my explanation. Okay, so be ready. We start today's lecture. Now first question, that is the from practice set 5.1. Practice set 5.1, question number 7. Okay, find the value of x if the distance between point L, coordinates is given x comma 7 and m 1 comma 15 is 10. Listen, we read the question again. What is saying? Find the value of x. We have to find the value of x. Given is the distance between two points is given. Listen, first we draw a line segment. We have point L and M. The coordinates of L is x comma 7 and the coordinates of M is 1 comma 50. And the distance between these 2 points is given. That is equal to 10. So what we have to find in this question? In this question, we have to find the value of x. Okay. This type of question carry 3 marks. In some way, in another way, they give the value of y. So we have to find the coordinate x. And if y coordinate is x coordinate is given, so we have to find the y coordinate. So in this question, x coordinate we have to find. Y coordinate is given. And what is given? The distance between 2 points. So we use the distance formula and then we find the value of x. Okay. Now, how we solve this question? So first, we have to write down the coordinates. The coordinates of point L, that is x1 comma y1 is equal to how much? X comma 7. And the coordinates of another point M is equal to x2 comma y2, that is equivalent to 1 comma 15. Okay. Now from this we get x1 is equal to x, x1 is equal to x, and y1 is equal to 7. Clear? And from coordinate of M we get x2 is equal to 1, y2 is equal to 50. And what is given another way? Another given is the distance between L and M is equal to 7. Okay. Now by using distance formula, distance of LM is equal to under root, yes, formula is under root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Now put the values. We have x2 is equal to how much? x2 is equal to 1. So put x2 is equal to 1 minus x1 is equal to how much? x1 is equal to x. The given is, the coordinate L is given x comma 7. So we have to find the value of x. So x1 is equal to x whole square plus y2 is equal to 15 and y1 is equal to 7 square. Okay. But in this question, distance of LM is also given. So we write that is equal to 10. Okay. Now, how we can solve this question? First, here is the square root. Here is 10. Then we write squaring on both sides. When we squaring this equation, that is LHS side and RHS side, then this root and square get cancelled. Suppose we have root 3. If I square it, then square and root get cancelled. We get 3. Similarly, when we squaring this term on both sides, here 10 square and here 1 minus x whole square plus 15 minus 7 square and we square it. Okay, then this square root and square get cancelled. Okay, now what we get? Square of 10 is equal to how much? 100, and that is equivalent to 1 minus x square. Why we write? Because root and square get cancelled. So we get 1 minus x square plus 15 minus 7 square. Now it's very easy. So how we solve? 100 as it is, 1 minus x square. Now we apply the identity, that is a minus b whole square. What is the identity? A minus b whole square is equal to, yes, a square minus 2 times a into b plus b square. Okay, so we apply this identity here. Here the value of a is 1 and the value of b is x. So we write 1 square minus 2 times a into b plus b square. Okay, now 15 minus 7. 15 minus 7 is equal to 8. We write 8 square. Okay, now we get, yes, we get 100 is equal to 1 square equal to 1 minus 2 into 1 into x. 2 ones are 2. 2 into x, 2x minus 2x plus x square. And then square of 8 is equal to 64. So we get 64. Okay. Now 100 as it is. Here first we write the higher power term, that is x square, then minus 2x, 64 plus 1 equal to 65. Clear? Now x square, both terms are equal. Here a is equal to b, so we can write b is equal to a. We write this term first. X square minus 2x plus 65 is equal to 100. No problem. We can write this first and that is equal to 100. Now x square minus 2x plus 65. When we take this RHS side on left hand side, we get minus 100 equal to 0. Equal to 0. Then listen. X square minus 2x. 100 minus 65. That is equal to 35. We get 35. Why minus 35? Because 65 and 100. 100 is larger number. It has minus sign. So we put minus 35 here. Okay. Now listen carefully. This is the quadratic equation. Quadratic because the power of the variable is 2. So it is the quadratic equation. If the equation is quadratic, then it has 2 solutions. That means we get x value. We get 2x value. Okay. So how we can solve? How we can solve? We have 35 and we have to find the factors of 35. So we will get 2. 35. The factors of 35 minus 35. 7 5s are. Here is sign minus. Then minus 7 into plus 5, that is equal to minus 35. Minus 7 plus 5, that is equal to minus 2. Clear? Then when we solve this quadratic equation, we will get the factors x square as it is. In place of minus 2x, we write 7x plus 5x. Clear? Minus 7x plus 5x is equal to minus 2x. And you write 35 is equal to 7 into 5. Okay. Now, what we get? We have to take common from this 2. In this, we get x common. When we take x as common, then we have x minus here, we have 7. Okay. So listen. X square means x into x. When we take x as common, then what remains? X is remaining. So we put here x minus, here x is common, then we get 7. Now take in this common. Yes, what is common in this? 5 is common. 5. We take 5 common. Then what's remain here? X. And here minus 7 is equal to 0. Okay. Now listen. X minus 7 is common. So we write one time x minus 7. And the another term is x plus 5 is equal to 0. When we equating these two, x minus 7 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0. When we put take minus 7 on the right hand side, we get plus 7. Okay. And when we take plus 5 on right hand side, we get minus 5. So after solving this problem, we get the value of x. X is equal to 7 and x is equal to minus 7. Okay. So take a screenshot. Okay. Now, next question. Question number 8. Now, next question number 8. That is, show that point A 1, 2, B 1 plus 2 root 3, 4 and this point is D is given, B is equal to 1, 6 and C 1 plus 2 root 3, 4 are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. Okay. Listen, in this question, 3 points are given. A, B and C. 3 points are given. We have to show that these 3 points are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. So first we see what are the properties of equilateral triangle. Okay. Listen. This one is the triangle. A, B, C are the vertices. If the distance between AB, BC and AC, that means the length of AB, length of BC and length of AC are equal, both the three sides are equal, then we say that triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Okay. What are the properties of equilateral triangle? In equilateral triangle, both these sides are equal. If when we get only two sides equal, means length of AB and length of AC are equal and the third side is different, then that type of triangle is called as isosceles triangle. Okay. When both the sides are equal, then it is called as an equilateral triangle. And when two sides are equal and third side is different, then it is called as an isosceles triangle. But if three sides are different, both the sides are different, then it is called as a scalene triangle. Okay. So we have to prove that these points are the vertices of the equilateral triangle. So what we have to do in this question? In this question, we have to find the length of AB, BC and AC. If both the lengths or both the sides are equal, then we say that we conclude that these points are the vertices of a equilateral triangle. Okay. Now let's start. First we write the coordinates of the point A, B, C. Okay. The coordinates of point A equal to x1 comma y1 is equivalent to 1 comma 2. Then we write the coordinates of another point B is equal to x2 comma y2 is equivalent to 1 comma 6. And the coordinates of point C is equal to x3 comma y3 is equivalent to, yes, 1 plus 2 root 3 comma 4. Okay. First we write the coordinates of point A, B, C. From this we get, yes, from this we get x1 is equal to 1, y1 is equal to 2, x2 is equal to 1, y2 is equal to 6, x3 is equal to 1 plus 2 root 3 and y3 is equal to 4. Okay. Now, then we find distance of AB. First, we have to find the distance of AB. Then we find distance of BC and then we find distance of AC. Okay. If both the distances are equal, then we say that it is an equilateral triangle. So first we find distance of AB. When we find the distance of AB, we take the coordinate x1, y1, x2, y2. Then we apply the distance formula. X2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Now put the values. X2 is equal to 1 and x1 is equal to 1. Simple. X1 is equal to 1 and x2 is equal to 1. 1 minus 1. Okay. Y2 is equal to 6 and y1 is equal to 2 square. Oh, 2. Okay. Now, 1 minus 1, 0. 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4 square. Okay. Now, we get 4 square. Listen. Again, we solve this step in two methods. First, we write root and square get cancelled. Directly we get 4. Root and square get cancelled. We get 4. Or in another way, you first take the square of 4 and then find the square root of 16, that is equal to 4. Okay. In two ways you can solve this. Now, distance of AB is equal to 4. We get distance of AB is equal to 4. Now we find the distance of BC. BC, the coordinate of B is x2, y2 and the coordinate of C is x3, y3. Then we use the formula x3 minus x2 square plus y3 minus y2 square. Then substitute the values. X3. Yes, x3. Listen carefully. Here, irrational number is there. So, we write 1 plus 2 root 3. This one is the value of only x3. x3 that is equal to 1 plus 2 root 3 minus x2 is equal to 1. Square. Okay. Plus. y3 is equal to how much? 4. And y1 is equal to minus 6 square. Okay, now what we do here, plus 1, this one is plus 1 and this one is minus 1, get cancel. Plus 1 and minus 1 get cancel. Then what's remain? 2 root 3 square plus 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2 square. Okay, now square this term. How we can solve this type of question? First, take the square of 2. Square of 2 is, I can explain here, 2 root 3 square. First, we have to take the square of 2. 2 square and root 3 square. Okay, 2 square is equal to 4 and root 3 square. Root 3 and 2 get cancelled. We get 3. Okay, so we get 4 into 3. Clear? Plus minus 2 square. Here is the even number. When the power is even, then we will get a positive value. Minus 2 square is equal to plus 4. Okay. Now, 4 3s are 12 plus 4, that is equal to 16. And the square root of 16 is equal to 4. So we get distance of BC is equal to 4. Clear? Finally, we find the third side, that is the distance of AC. At that time, we take the coordinates of A and C. First, we write the distance formula. x3 minus x1 square, yes, plus y3 minus y1 square. Now, substitute the values of x1, x3. x3 is equal to 1 plus 2 root 3 minus x1 is equal to 1 square plus y3 is equal to 4 and y1 is equal to 2. So we write 4 minus 2 square. Clear? Now solve. Again, in this question, again, plus 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. What remains? Under root, we get 2 root 3 square plus 4 minus 2 is equal to 2 square. Again, I explain how to solve this. First, we take the square of 2. Then we write root 3 square. Square of 2 is equal to 4. Root 3 and square get cancelled. Root and square get cancelled. We get 4 into 3. So we write 4 into 3 plus square of 2 is equal to 4. Yes. 4 3s are 12 plus 4, that is equal to 16. And the square root of 16 is equal to how much? 4. Okay. Now finally we get the distance of AB, AC and BC. From this what we conclude? We conclude that distance of AB, distance of BC and distance of AC both are equal. If both the sides are equal, then we say that the points A, B and C are the vertices of equilateral triangle. So finally we write last line here. Here distance of AB is equal to distance of BC is equal to distance of AC. Okay. Therefore, The points A, comma, B and C are the vertices of an, yes, equilateral triangle. Okay. So this type of question carry 3 marks. If they ask the question based on parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, then that type of question carrying 4 marks. And this type of question, equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, carry 3 marks. So please take this screenshot. Okay. Shall I clean? Okay. Now the first part of this chapter is completed. That is the distance formula. Now we will move on the next topic, that is the section formula. Okay. This chapter contains only 2 topics. First one is the distance formula and the another one is the section formula. Section formula again divided into midpoint, centroid formula. So what we have to do in this chapter? Only we have to learn the formula, and if you know the basic calculation, then we will solve any type of question. Okay. Now here first part is completed. Now we discuss the second part, that is the section formula. Before starting this topic, section formula, first we know the topic, that is the division of a segment. Division of a segment. Okay. What is the mean by division of a segment? Listen carefully. If we have a line segment, this one is the line segment A and B. Okay. Then we take one point on this line segment anywhere. We take a point P on this line segment. Clear? Now, if the distance of AP is 6, the distance of AP is equal to 6 and the distance of BP is equal to BB is equal to 10. Yes. Then what we write? Length of AP is equal to 6. Yes. And length of PB is equal to 10. Clear? Now, when we take the ratio means length of AP upon length of BP. So what we have to write? Length of AP is equal to 6 and length of BP is equal to 10. Clear? Now check. These 6 and 10 are divisible by 2. Then 2 3s are 6 and 2 5s are 10. What we get? The ratio of length of AP is to length of BP is equal to how much? 3 is to 5. Okay. When we take the ratio, then we get 3 is to 5. In this condition, we say point P, this point P divides line segment AB internally in the ratio 3 is to 5. Okay. What we say? From this, if we take the ratio, we get 3 is to 5. Then we conclude this from this point P. This point P divides the line segment internally. Internally means it is inside the line segment. Sometimes it may ask externally. Externally, so you have to extend that point. But in your syllabus, this is not in this, you will learn in higher studies. So x internally in the ratio 3:5. Okay, so this is the division of line segment. Now, if this is clear, then we see what is meant by section formula. Okay, now section formula. First we derive the formula, then we solve the question based on section formula. Okay, here we consider axis, x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so we have a line segment A and B. Okay, now the coordinates of A is x1 comma y1 and the coordinates of B is x2 comma y. Clear? Okay. Now here we take one point P which divides the line segment AB in the ratio m:n. Listen, I said P divides the line segment in the ratio m:n. Okay, so we write A coordinates is equal to x1 y1, B coordinates equal to x2 y2, and point P divides line segment AB in the ratio m:n. Okay, so what we have to find? We have to find the coordinates of P. So let P coordinates is x comma y. So how we will find? We will find the coordinates. Here, what we take? This ratio m. M is multiply into this B and n is multiply into A. What I say? Here, when we find the x coordinate, so we write m into x2. Listen, when we find the x coordinate, we take m into x2 plus n into x1. Clear? Upon m plus n. And when we find the y coordinate, we take m into y2 plus n into y1 upon m plus. Okay, so finally we get coordinates of P is equal to coordinates of P are, yes, mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n and my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Okay, so this is the section formula. Okay, so take a screenshot, then we will solve the question based on section formula. Okay, now first we take first question. Question number 1. If A 3,5, B 7,9 and point Q divides seg EB in the ratio 2:3, then find the coordinates of point Q. Okay, here question is we have to find the coordinates of Q. What is given? We have 2 points. So first we draw a line segment. We draw a line segment A, B. Okay. The coordinates of A is 3, 5 and the coordinates of B is 7, 9. Here is the point Q which divides this line segment in the ratio 2:3. Okay. So from this, what we write? We have let x1 comma y1 is equal to how much? 3, 5. x1 comma y1 is equal to 3, 5 and x2 comma y2 is equal to 7, 9. And m is to n equal to 2:3. From this, we get m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. Students, this question is very simple. First, we have to write down what is given in the question. In this question, 2 points are given. So we take first point as x1, y1, second point as x2, y2. Then we write the ratio m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. What we have to find? We have to find the coordinates of Q. Then we take let the coordinates of Q are x, y. We consider here the coordinates of Q are x, y. So we have to find x and y value by using section formula. So we write by using section formula x is equal to, yes, formula is x is equal to, we revise the formula, x is equal to m into x2 plus n into x1 upon m plus n. Y is equal to m into y2 plus n into y1 upon m plus. Okay, so write down the formula. M x2 plus n x1 upon m plus n and y is equal to m y2 plus n y1 upon m plus n. Okay, we have the value of m, n, x1, x2. Substitute here, then we will get the value of x and y. Okay, now m equal to 2 into x2 is equal to how much? 7. Clear? Then plus. The value of n is 3 into and x1 is 3 upon m plus n. M plus n, that is equal to 2 plus 3. Solve. 2 sevens are 14. Yes. 2 sevens are 14 plus 3 threes are 9 upon 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Clear? So we get x is equal to 14 plus 9 divided by 5. That is equal to, right here, 14 plus 9 is equal to how much? 23 by 5. Clear? Then we solve. Y is equal to m. M is equal to how much? 2. Y2 is equal to 9. Y2 is equal to 9 plus n is equal to 3 and y1 is equal to 5 divided by 2 plus 3. Now solve. 2 nines are 18 plus 3 fives are 15 divided by 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Then we get y is equal to, yes, 18 plus 15. That is equal to 33 divided by 5. So we write here y is equal to 33 by 5. Okay. And finally, we write the answer in statement form. That is, therefore, the coordinates of point Q are, yes, 23 by 5 and 33 by 5. Okay. So, Here only the ratio changes and the coordinates changes. You can use only this formula, that is the section formula. Okay. What is given in this question? In this question, 2 points given and their ratio is given. So they say that the third point divides the line segment in the ratio 2:3. So you have to find the coordinates of Q. So first we consider the coordinates of Q are xn, comma y, and then by using section formula we find the values of x and y. Okay, take this screenshot. Okay, now the next section formula is in which one point divides the line segment in different ratio. In different ratio, that is m is to n. But if we say that the value of m and n are equal, the value of m and n are equal, what it means? Suppose this one is the line segment AB and here is the point P, M and N. But we say M is equal to N. Then if this distance is equal to 3 and this distance is equal to 3, then in that condition we say that P is the midpoint of the line segment AB. When we say that midpoint, if the value of M and N ratio are equal, then we say that point P is the midpoint of the segment AB. So first we derive the formula for midpoint coordinate. Coordinates of midpoint of a segment. Okay. First we derive the formula, then we take one example. Okay. Now, first we draw a line segment A, B. A having coordinates x1, y1 and B having coordinate x2, y2. Suppose here is the point P. This ratio M and this is equal to N. Okay. Here we write, here M is equal to N. Here I write M is equal to N. But in previous topic, we learned the section formula. So first we have to apply the section formula. By using section formula, we write x is equal to, how we can write? M into B and N into A. Okay. So we write x is equal to M into x2 plus N into x1 upon M plus N. Clear? Comma. Y is equal to M into y2 plus N into y1 upon M plus N. Clear? Now. But here M and N are equal. So we replace N by M or M by N. So here I replace M as it is. I replace N by M. So I write mx1. Clear? Why I write here? Because condition is that M and N are equal. So we replace N by M. Also we write M plus M. Clear? Now in numerator we take M as common. So what remain? x2 plus x1. M plus M. एक M AN, that is equal to 2m. Okay, 2m. Okay, m get cancel. So we get x is equal to x2 plus x1 divided by 2. Okay. Now here again we replace m as it is. We replace n by m. Here also we replace n by n. Then we take m as common in numerator. We get y2 plus y1 upon m plus m equal to 2m. M get cancelled. Then we get y is equal to y2 plus y1 divided by 2. So in case of midpoint of a segment, the coordinates of point P are what we get? Yes, what we get? X2 plus x1 divided by 2, y2 plus y1 divided by 2. Or you can also write it as x1 plus x2 divided by 2. No problem. You can also write it as same. Clear? So take this screenshot. Then we take a small example based on this topic. Okay? Okay, now we take one example. Okay, question. Okay, find the coordinates of point P if P is the midpoint of line segment AB with A is given -4, 2 and B is given 6, 2. Listen, in this question, what is say? We have to find the coordinates of P. First we draw a line segment AB and P divides the line segment. But one word is used here. P is the midpoint. Then we use the midpoint formula. Okay. So we write the formula. First we write the coordinates of A and B. Solution. Let x1, y1 is equal to -4, 2. x2, y2 is equal to 6, 2. And the coordinates of point P are x, y. So here the word is midpoint. Then we use by midpoint formula. Yes, x is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Y1 is equal, y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. It's very simple. You have to put the values of x1 and x2, y1, y2. Then you will get the values of x and y. Substitute here. x1 is equal to how much? -4. x2 is equal to 6 divided by 2. 6 minus 4. 2. 2 divided by 2. Get cancelled. So we get x is equal to how much? X is equal to 1. In this question, in this, y1 is equal to 2. y2 is also equal to 2. 2 plus 2 divided by 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 divided by 2. This will get cancelled. So we get y is equal to 2. So finally we write, therefore, the coordinates of point P 1, 1, 2. Okay, simple. So today we learn two formulas. First one is the section formula and the second one is the midpoint formula. Okay, in next class we learn the next topic, that is the centroid formula. Okay. And I request to all students, please attempt the practice set 5.2. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.